The Terrible Warriors is brought to you by supporters from Patreon. Find out more at patreon.com/terriblewarriors. The postcards are being sent out in the mail this week, and they're going to link you to a Google Drive folder, which includes the character sheets from this game, the drawings that Natalie was making while we were playing, as well as access to all the debrief episodes we've ever released since launching on Patreon. And today, on the Terrible Warriors, we finally made it. The end of the month, the final episode in Tales from the Loop. We're telling these stories in order, so if you haven't listened to episodes 1, 2, and 3, spoiler alerts, you might want to go back to the beginning of that campaign and catch yourself up. And in this, the final episode, our kids have journeyed far. They've gone way past their curfew now, and they've been running for their lives, chased by dinosaurs? Really? And now, they've come face to face with the answers to their mystery. A portal in time, left open and unattended. In the next hour, they're gonna have to make some tough decisions. They're gonna have to decide, can they save everyone? This is one of those finales we love making for you, so hold on to your butts. This is the final episode in Tales from the Loop. And these are your Terrible Warriors.
Hello, Terrible Warriors. This is Joshua Barbeau, your GM for the final episode, for now, of Tales from the Loop, Dinosaur Edition.
Rawr.
When last we left our heroes, they had just discovered a time portal to the late Cretaceous, presumably where all these dinosaurs are coming from. They still haven't located the missing hockey player, Brian, but they did find the missing dog, and it's still in one piece, astonishingly enough.
Maybe we can go back and stop Ken from being killed by that pterodactyl.
You have a time machine.
You got a time machine.
Maybe you can't. But I'm sure that's probably not going to happen. If anything, things are going to get worse before they get better. But
Womp womp.
let's see. Where
You
was
are
I?
not alone at this table.
I am not alone at this table. I'm surrounded by hapless heroes.
Could you imagine how weird it would be if you were alone at this table?
GM an entire game in silence.
Don't give him that idea.
You know,
He's
it's a
going to do it now.
podcast. For all the listeners know, this is just one person who's really good at voices.
Now he's going to do that. Why'd you set that up?
Have your minds just been blown, everybody? Because think about it.
My mistake. My B.
It's just like a
My
one-man band. You just
And
loop
one-
yourself over.
One annoying listener, probably, I don't know, Matthew Baumgartner.
Wow. How could you be so rude to our friend Matthew Baumgartner?
We love it.
Matthew.
One
kill him,
listener
so-
like Matthew Baumgartner is probably like, wait a second, they keep talking over each other, therefore they can't all be the same person.
Yeah, it's
But
multi-track layer.
Editing,
Editing.
multi-track layering is a
Editing.
thing. You know,
Yeah, multi-track
Post.
editing is a thing.
we're gonna stop getting sidetracked. Justin Eacock, tell us who you are.
I just want to now layer my voice a couple times to commit to the goof during this intro.
You could do that.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
I'm Justin. Hey, how's it going? I'm playing Henrik, the Iceman. I'm the jock around here. I have been fighting off all the monsters. I have saved their lives multiple times, and I even got to drive a car. Now we've arrived at the destination, and I'm standing guard because I'm an idiot, and I don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm going to let the dweebs figure it out. Speaking of...
Wow. How dare you?
I'm John Blair, and I'm playing Tommy, who is Henrik's little brother, who is in most situations just kind of also there. That's just kind of his role
That's not true.
in life. But I mean just in life. He's there with he's there next to his brother. He's been kind of trying to be a voice of reason as much as possible, but yet they are in front of a time machine anyway, and he fixed the car. He fixed a car.
He's that character who, in the first season of Stranger Things, I mean Tales from the Loop, he's just kind of along for the ride, and he's just tagging along with his friends while they figure everything else.
He'll be the
else
central
out.
love
But you
interest.
just
like,
know
Are
that
you
in the
sure?
second season,
Are you
he's
sure
gonna-
we'll
he's
be
gonna
doing
cover
this?
out.
Season 2. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be the fan favorite from
Yeah,
season 1 for
justice for
some
Tommy.
reason.
Hashtag
and
justice for Tommy.
justice
I
for
was gonna
Tommy.
say, he's gonna
And,
become,
he's
babysitter
gonna-
dad.
He's gonna be the one that's gonna find a slug creature and incubate it and become its master.
Oh, Tommy, you fool! No.
Oh, Tommy, we had such high hopes.
All
You
right.
have brought forth the Antichrist into this world. Okay.
I guess it's moving on to me. Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm playing Katri, also known as Sekat, also known as Ghost. I like to draw everybody while they're sleeping.
And where do we know you from, Natalie?
I am from Chaotic Rogue.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I wonder why I keep
That's on
name plugging
Twitter
that.
and that on the world. Anyways,
Moving around the table.
da.
One
Hey
more player.
everybody, it's me, Cassidy20 Love Chew, and I'm playing Isabella. I'm looking forward to what
Brains
comes
of the
You've been
operation.
like
right now.
It's been nothing but terrifying the entire way.
It has been
but now
nothing
you're
but-
standing in front of a time portal. This might have been worth it.
It is,
you
it
had
is
soup.
it's basically this. It's been nothing but what I have to fucking run and climb and shit. Fuck all this. Wait, there's a computer that do a time travel. Oh shit,
And
guys.
then I go into the bar and I'm like, oh, it's just some boring computers.
And then there is just an Isabella shaped dust cloud where she was standing.
That's exactly where we pick up.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Meanwhile,
exactly where we
Katri
pick
kind of
up.
wants to go into the
So-
portal.
Isabella,
Loki kind of wants to.
I'm gonna grab your hand.
All right.
No, don't touchy.
what are we? What is happening?
Okay, well, so
Lots of things.
and like in character, I'm totally announcing this as I'm thinking this. It's like there is a time portal here. We need to decipher and discern whether or not trying to shut it off will make the dinosaurs go away, or if we have to find a way to get them to go away first and then close the portal. Because I think I can close this. And this needs to stop.
Okay, why don't we investigate
But,
around see if there's any like notes from the person who built this thing?
Yeah, can we take a look around, see if nobody touch anything? Holy crap! No one touch anything.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
I could use my. I didn't mean to interrupt. I don't have any investigation skills. Well, all I do have is maybe a lead skill where I could help. You just tell me what you're doing, and then we just say, "Well, the character told you to go there," and build a team pool. As I'm just kind of watching over, making sure everyone. Is
Suddenly you
safe.
hear a crash.
Oh shit!
Oh
Talk to,
no, fucking.
As it sounds like a bucket being knocked off of a shelf, landing into a pile of wrenches. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, so it was really noisy.
I'll
Yeah.
go check that out. The
It
rest
might
of you
be-
keep investigating. See if there's any notes.
Brian, be careful.
It might be Brian, but
He's got.
we gotta
rifle.
if we gotta
He
if we
got-
gotta book it out of here.
Brian's got a gun.
We've got to book it out of here. I want to know if we can find anything that can tell us what we're looking at. So
Okay, can I do an investigate to do a
I'll
look
take mine.
around, take a look and see if
Hockey
there
stick
there
that
be any
direction.
notes
course.
and whatnot?
Can I also investigate?
Sure. Make some investigation checks.
Success.
yeah.
I need 2 more dice, please. Let's see if I find anything different. Thank you.
You're looking for like notes and things on
Yeah,
how to operate
notes
this?
and yeah, just anything on like how this was built and how it works and like
Well, it was good that you found something because I did not.
the like how the how it works is especially very important to me.
I'm
Well,
too mesmerized by the portal. Let's be real.
you know that it's a two-way portal.
Okay.
And that it's being held open right now, and it's not about to close on its own. You figured out that it requires an active shutdown sequence, so it's not just it will shut down after a period of time, or it will shut down when the machine gets unplugged. No, like this portal is open, and even if you unplugged the time machine that opened the portal will stay open until the proper shutdown sequence is put through the machine that created the portal in the first place.
Fun times.
As for what that sequence is,
Great.
that's a
Good, great, good.
to figure out.
What are we looking at here?
But you're investigating a crash, right?
And I'm heading in that direction with my hockey stick to where the bucket of hammers fell over.
Mm-hmm.
We let him go in the zone. It's fine.
I mean, I haven't exactly needed your help up to this point either. So
You're sneaking around the corner to
Wowie,
find
wowie,
what
zowie.
was the source
Okay.
of the sound, and you see a small person there.
Actual person.
like a small Brian-sized person.
Sure, possibly. He's kind of hiding in the shadows,
I
so
mean,
it's
I-
Okay, well,
hard
last
to.
time he found a small
see.
dog-like looking creature,
I
it wasn't.
Poke him with the side of the hockey stick.
He jumps out of his skin, but not really because doesn't have skin. But he jumps out of his hiding spot. Oh, what?
Hey,
Oi,
ho, ho,
oi,
hey,
oi,
ho,
oh,
ho, ho,
hey,
ha,
hey,
hey,
ha,
ha,
ooh,
ho, 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 hey.
Someone please
Oh.
remix this.
Hi,
To the tune of
This is-
Careless
I'm
Whisper.
Henrik. Oh, it's a self-balancing robot.
It's a self-balancing robot.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
definitely does
Oh,
not
I've
have
got
skin.
a friend who's gonna be really interested
Hi,
to meet
Henrik. I am Isaac.
you. Isaac, hi.
I am service robot for Mr. Hastings.
Yep. What happened to Mr. Hastings?
Mr. Hastings went into the porthole
Oh dear.
Ah, fuck.
and has not come out in 4 days.
Would you like to come here and meet my friends?
Friends,
I've got a friend
I
who'd
like
love to meet
friends.
you. She's really into this kind of
I
shit.
have a good, if mechanical heart. I love kids.
Cool. I reach out my hand to take his, and I'm gonna lead Isaac back to Isaac Asimov. Nice. I'm gonna lead Isaac back to Isabella.
I've studied how to behave like an old-time gentleman. Am I succeeding?
Yep.
Very good. This way.
Already. I love him and I want to run away with him.
He's very good.
I'm sorry, I'm now into robots.
Hey, someone want to deal with this? I bring Isaac around.
He's not
the
very
corner.
pretty to look at. I mean, he's got a body built with human tissue and metals
I can show them the
combined.
picture you
Oh,
showed me.
fun.
His head looks like a skull with a metallic mouth containing black teeth that always seems to sneer.
He's
Oh,
he's kind of messed up.
He is a little creepy looking. Just a little
I am
bit.
friend.
Whoa.
cool, he's just a toast.
He lifts his dark green rain hat up and puts it back on his bald head.
It's all right. It's
Whoa.
just a self-balancing household service robot.
Hello.
Yeah, we work on them all the time in the garage.
Hello.
Yeah, we
hi.
do.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Isabella.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. We have already been through this.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm going to draw you.
I'm Isabella.
Oh, okay. Hi, Isabella.
Nice.
I am Isaac.
Nice,
He says
nice to meet
he
you,
says the
Isaac.
doctor who opened
Nice
this
to
place.
meet you too.
He went through the portal 4 days ago.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Hastings went through
This
the
is why
portal
it
4 days
stayed
ago.
open.
Oh no.
We should go find him.
And since then, several big, mean, and scary creatures have come through.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
How have you been
Yup.
doing with that?
Well, I've been hiding.
Oh,
Mr. Isaac is a good hider.
that's good.
That's
Same
very
here.
good.
That's like me.
Is he the only one who can shut the portal down?
Who, me?
No, Hastings.
Hastings? Well, I'm afraid he knows the sequence to shut it down.
Mr. Isaac.
It's all I know is that it is a musical note.
Oh,
But which musical note? There
there are so many.
it's a musical
Well,
sequence.
there's like 12.
Mm,
There's...
No,
but it's a
sequence.
sequence
Huh.
of 6 musical notes.
I could sing Careless Whisper.
Does
I
that
bet
have
you I
all
could
the
figure
musical
this out.
notes in it?
I do not know.
You like puzzles.
I do very much like puzzles.
Mr.
Or,
However,
I mean, Spook wants to go through. What we could try and find the doctor and bring him back.
Mr. Isaac.
Those are both valid options. You could try and figure it out yourself, or you could go through the portal and look for the person to bring them back.
I feel like we should do both
Mr. Isaac.
because,
Yeah,
like,
but don't close it if you're still in there.
well, I mean that's the thing, right? Like, we're not gonna close the guy and then he can't get back out.
I mean,
Miss. Mister.
Unless
Well,
he's,
that's kind
Mr. Robot.
that's kind of a dick move.
unless he's like Ken and he's sitting at the bottom of a lake somewhere.
No, he's sitting at the top of the ice on the lake.
He's been gone for 4 days.
Mr. Isaac, have you seen another boy about our age?
No,
His name is Brian.
I have been hiding.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
I hide real good.
There's no, yeah, he's
Same
like you.
here.
Yeah, he's there's no sign. You didn't find anything of
Okay.
any other person.
Well, where
running
does
around.
Brian?
You could
came
try
this way?
exploring the grounds. If he's here somewhere,
There's
he's
the
probably
house.
in one of the farms.
It was a day
Oh.
ago, though. He would have come to all the places unless something happened to him.
Unless
Okay,
he went
I
think it-
through as well.
All right, what if
That's what I
Brian
think.
what if Brian knows something? What if he's still here and he knows something?
Well, then maybe we need to
Yeah.
find him. But
It might be
Well-
good to get that information.
If we're gonna go poking around, I mean, I suppose we better start at the grounds.
If I get up close
Before-
to the portal and kind of look through, do you see any like signs of human anything through the?
You see
Window?
a prehistoric forest.
Yeah,
tell me, what were you thinking?
but not
To-
like a
Tommy
sign
finishes
saying
his
Brian
thought.
was here
Um,
to a tree.
If we're gonna go looking around, I'd rather start around here than back then. Yeah, let's have a little poke around here first if anyone wants to come with.
okay.
Okay.
Do you want to work on maybe some computer somewhere, Isabella?
I think I want to look at the computer situation, but I also am afraid to be literally sitting in front of a computer next to a fucking portal where there
I will
might
sit
be
with you.
dinosaurs coming out
I'll-
every
Mr.
once in a
Isaac
while.
will sit with you.
Isaac, I'll stay here too by the portal. Nothing's gonna come through. I'll bat it back in.
Okay,
I would sit
right.
with you.
thank you. Yeah,
I like Mr.
I
Isaac.
appreciate that. Hey, maybe you could help me with this. Actually, that would be really good.
How can I be of service?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know, but but we'll get there. I just need to take a look at this some more.
Okay. Okay.
You're doing really well, Mr. Isaac.
I have been studying old-timey gentleman techniques.
You are very polite.
Thank you.
See? Manners. I suppose
I
you
have
could
a
learn.
good,
lame.
albeit slightly mechanical heart.
I believe you. You have a heart.
It is mechanical.
That's okay.
Okay, I want to go check out the house instead now.
That's
Oh.
cool. You can go ahead if you want to.
Then maybe I should stay here, and maybe I can look at the portal somewhere.
Who's going out to investigate?
Go through it.
Tommy definitely is going out to investigate.
Cool. You want to make an investigate plus mind check?
Investigate plus
Are you checking out the grounds, or are you going into one of the other buildings?
I'll start with the grounds.
Okay,
I guess.
cool.
This won't be super hot, but nope, nothing's. I guess nothing catches my eye on the.
Sure. Well, there's a whole bunch of scrap metal, but it looks all like junk to you.
Yeah.
Going into one of the buildings?
Yeah, sure.
Which building? One of the 3 barns or the house?
I'll check out the house, I guess.
Sure. Okay, so you go into the house.
So, and have I gone by myself? Has anyone?
There's anyone going with him?
I can go with you.
I was gonna say because it depended on you because I wasn't gonna leave her alone otherwise.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna leave her alone either, but I was just kind of like getting annoyed by
Annoyed
the
by
Isaac.
Robro.
Yeah.
But I love Robro, so I keep talking. to
Robro
him.
is very good.
Side note: Tommy has been waiting outside, and when he is joined by Henrik, he is a little visibly disappointed.
Especially since I'm giving you no help in an investigation with like 2 dice.
Yeah, really. Hindsight, I should have got
Wow. I'm just making the realization it's just gonna be like 2 dudes just being like, yup, just a bunch of junk.
I don't know. That's a house. That's a
Gonna have
ground.
man's
That's
look
a-
all over this place. I just rolled 2 successes.
Nice.
Your brother walks away from the pile of junk, saying, "It's just a pile of junk." And you give a quick glance over it, and your eyes immediately spot a rifle sitting on top of a busted car seat that has been removed from a car.
Okay, so I pick up the rifle. This is just a piece of junk?
Shh, it's not junk. It's, in fact, in decent condition. It's loaded. It looks like it was fired recently.
With my bonus, I get to ask 1 additional question, and I get +1 die on 1 roll if I get to use that information.
Yeah, sure.
Huh.
You want to take that? What's
know
the
what
additional
happened.
question?
The
you
ability to
wanna ask?
find, you get to ask 2 of these questions. What is hidden here and where is it? What is hidden is the
the
rifle.
rifle, yeah. You want to ask another question about that?
Yeah.
And if you get to use that information at all,
What?
you get a bonus?
What has happened here?
Well, this rifle is clearly the rifle that previously Brian was using. It matches the description of the rifle
Was
that
it thrown here or stashed here? Like dropped or lost?
well, it's still loaded. It looks like if it was dropped, or it doesn't look like it was. It looks like it was probably dropped. Damn it. There's also tracks of some big, lizard-like creature nearby.
Oh, fuck. Rip Brian.
So, additional question and get +1 on the die when I use that information. If Brian was here and dropped the rifle, is there any sign around here that would indicate if the direction he was going in?
You can make, if you like, a I don't know. This would be a comprehend check.
I have to roll a die to ask a question that I get for succeeding at a die roll.
No, hang on. You already asked your question.
I gave you the answer. I get 2 questions for rolling investigate. What is hidden? The rifle. What has happened here? It was dropped. Bonus effect because I rolled 2 die. Ask 1 additional question. Get +1 die on one roll when you use the information. This is the bonus question for my second die.
Got it. So what's your bonus question?
The question is the rifle is what I found. It was dropped here. I'm presuming it's Brian, or at least the person that Riga said was Brian.
Uh-huh.
Is there a direction that he ran in? Was it towards the house or towards the barn or elsewhere?
You looking around find little droplets, stained red snow that seem to be like a little trail of blood that goes kind of the same direction the large reptile tracks go.
Okay, cool. He went that way. I point at the big reptilian footprint in the ground.
With the little drop of blood next to it.
Well, then let's not go that way.
We're not going to find Brian if that's how... He needs our help.
Oh, all right. That is...
Also, they all think I'm responsible for his disappearance, so...
That is, unfortunately, an appeal to Tommy's pride, which is I help other people.
Yep.
So, yeah. So,
and I'm not a chicken, so it's my pride. No one calls me a chicken, so
that
I'm going to walk in the path of a T-Rex.
That particular heartstring having been tugged on, I am compelled to also go.
So you guys are
fight dinosaurs.
You guys are following in the path
we got
of the T-Rex.
Rifle now. Here, you take the hockey stick.
Tommy's got a take the gun because that's great.
You have a loaded rifle. It's got 2 shots left, but each shot, every time you use it, I'll say it gives you a +3 bonus to whatever you're using the rifle with. But you only have 2 shots left.
Okay. I mean, I'm 15. I hope that's all I'll need.
Now, the 2 of you are still...
We work on a farm. We've
in
probably
the
done a little bit of hunting.
time machine
or at least shot cans
barn.
off of a fence.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So I would like to... Okay, so it's like a synth keyboard.
Yes.
Is there any like a monitor with a readout or anything like that anywhere
Sure.
attached to it?
Sure. A tiny
Sure.
one.
Okay, cool. Can I roll like a tech program to see like what maybe like is there any code on the screen that I can try and read? Like
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Maybe it's just the third encounter, close encounters of the third kind. Of dun, dun, dun,
So-
dun, dun.
Maybe.
You're trying to understand the sophisticated code of a time machine. This is really complicated. More complicated than anything you've done thus far.
Yep, and that's why I'm real excited about
More
it.
complicated than anything you've ever done thus far.
Because
and
that,
because
that,
it is
that
more-
appeals to my pride.
And because it is more complicated than anything you've done thus far, I'm going to break the rules of the game slightly and say, unlike normal, you need 2 successes for this to be successful.
Dang.
Also, meanwhile, while this is happening, Katri is looking at the portal and just kind of humming Careless Whisper.
It's cool.
And you're just gonna wander through it,
I might
just
accidentally.
absent-mindedly.
I'm like poking him.
That's 3
Oh,
successes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which means you
Time machine.
understand the code and you get a bonus success. So what were you using?
Nice.
You were using program,
Oh, wow.
yeah?
I was using
Girl.
program.
It's a Unix system.
Specifically, it's program manipulating.
Yeah.
Because this is like, yeah, in 1987, you still maybe have like the reel-to-reel
Yeah.
hard drives.
Yeah.
And
So you could pick "You Show Off" as your bonus.
Oh. A little flourish.
like, not only have I figured it out, but I've also changed the LED lights to.
Okay.
My favorite color.
I mean, okay, I could do that, but like, one of the other bonus effects is you get new or unexpected information. I feel like that would be really useful to us.
Yeah, unexpected information might be very helpful.
Yeah,
Finger
I want
travels
that
in
one.
Time, finger travels back. in
You-
time, finger travels. Should not have like that. Should have this thing. She was way safer going outside.
Okay.
You-
Every
yeah,
time you
that's
poke
the
your
one I
finger
want.
through, it's a butterfly effect.
While showing off sounds like a lot of fun. I new or unexpected information, please.
Well,
So responsible. That's why this is your job.
That's why you're the computer geek.
you
Yep.
go into the code mainframe and you read through all the code and you understand it and it's like, wow, this is simple. Why haven't they made a billion time machines by now? You've unlocked the secrets of opening the unraveling space and time, and it's
Holy
child's
shit.
play for you.
Oh dear.
You discover buried deep in the system. You discover the specific pattern of musical notes required to close the portal.
Cool.
You now no longer need to go back in time and retrieve Mr. Hastings. If you would like to close the portal now, you could do so.
I mean, that seems like a dick thing, but we're not there in the room.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna try and make sure we're gonna A, find out if he's alive, and B, if he is, if I can get him the
If
fuck
I
out of
can
there.
mount the T-Rex like Monster Hunter style, I'll ride him back through the portal.
Okay, good luck with that. You've played enough Monster Hunter to know how that fucking goes.
Badly.
At the very best, you knock the thing over to do extra damage to it, but you can't like
Whack a
control
ball
it.
with his face.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty incredible of you.
Thank you,
Meanwhile,
thank you.
the two
So-
brothers.
It's great that you did that. In the meantime, my
Oh, hey,
fingers got into the
congratulations.
past a few times.
You just unlocked the secrets to space and time.
Meanwhile, the two brothers are venturing off outside the farm grounds towards the tree line,
Oh, brother.
following some giant tracks with a slight
Blood trail.
blood trail
It's been
attached.
lovely knowing you both.
Yep.
Well, all good things. So what do we see? So we're getting closer to the. Oh no. Brian?
Oh, that's a bad sound.
Brian. That's not Brian.
You know, Isabella, they could probably just lure those dinosaurs back here. That sounds like something they might do.
Sure.
Let's make our way back to the barn.
Turning tail and running back to the barn.
We're walking back kind of slowly, keep my eye out on the tree line.
You see looking at the tree
I
line.
also kind of want to see this thing.
Looking at the tree line, you see some of the trees go. They're shaking around as if they're succumbing to the forces of violent winds, but only like those trees are doing that. Those ones are not.
Yeah. So, dinosaur hierarchy.
Hightailing it back to the farm?
I guess we don't want to stick around and.
I mean, Brian brought himself out here. This is his own fault, right? We don't have to rescue him. It's not our job.
I'm gonna see. Can I see any further of where this trail goes? Can I
Goes
see?
towards the tree line.
It goes towards the tree line. Okay. So we're outside of the tree line. We know it goes in there.
Yeah.
And there's a great thumping and wrestling in the trees.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
We won't know that we can just stay perfectly still for another 6 years.
Yeah, because Jurassic Park doesn't come out till 1993.
We actually inspired the film, guys.
Yeah, we did it. It was
Big deal.
us.
Steven Spielberg.
Eat your
Just
heart
don't go
out.
to the washroom, whatever you do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't go running into any kitchens.
So Tommy will suggest maybe we ought to just see if it leaves, on its own.
All right, we'll go. Is there any bush or things
You wanna try to hide?
around here?
There's a rock.
Want to go hide behind that rock?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go hide behind that.
Make some stealth checks, guys.
One success for me.
Do it.
Come on, Sammy.
Do it.
Yeah.
Two successes.
Hey!
Okay,
What are the bonus effects there on sneak?
Real sneaky snacky.
you give a success to someone else, or you find something unexpected.
Oh,
Guess you passed.
well,
I
you
guess-
don't need. I got the success. Let's find something unexpected.
Yeah. If I can find something unexpected, I would love to.
Or more of what you were looking for is the other.
You are hiding behind a large rock,
Mm-hmm.
and there, behind the large rock, is something unexpected.
Brian's dead body.
Brian, he dead.
Actually,
The end.
something unexpected. Kind of figured.
Behind the rock, it's a large rock, but on the other side of the rock, you see a snowplow tilted on the side and torn apart. There's no trace of the driver except the seat is covered in blood. Suddenly, a mighty creature towers in the woods nearby. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex looking for food.
Holy shit.
It's an Anjanath. Oh,
But-
fuck.
But
Angie.
there's something unexpected that you find is the snowplow.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're looking at it, the seat's covered in blood. But also on the seat is a radio.
Mm. Like
Okay.
a small kind of handheld radio?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, cool. I don't know if there's anyone out here, but that might be handy.
Or it could just be a noisemaker.
Or it could just be a noisemaker. We could throw it out and it'll distract it in another direction.
Meanwhile, back at the farm,
Yeah.
what are you guys up to?
Finger go into the past, finger come back to present finger. This is probably not the good thing that I'm doing.
Is that what you're doing?
At least, oh.
Okay.
Don't like it when you ask me that question.
Is that what you're doing?
I am very tempted to. I'm like,
You
Isabella.
might not be able to just poke your finger through.
Knowing-
You might
That's what I'm
just
worried about.
touch it and go right through.
Knowing what I know, if I closed the portal, could I reopen it at will?
Knowing what you know, the sequence to close it, you could reopen it. Yes. It wouldn't necessarily reopen to the same time
Ah,
period.
son of a bitch.
Or the same location.
Isabella?
because my concern is that if we leave it open, more shit's gonna come out of it. So if
Yeah.
I close it and then we run off and see if we can help you guys,
We'll be able
and
to
then
use it to
we
go through time
reopen
again.
it.
Will we be able to use it to go through time again? Yes. We'll be able to use it to go to this exact time and location. That sounds impossible.
Well,
Is
that's
it-
the thing.
Isabella,
Yes.
is it a bad idea if I put my finger in here?
I mean, probably. I wouldn't do that for too much longer. I would actually just take your finger out of there, please. Just please.
Okay.
Does it ripple like the Stargate?
Yeah.
It's just like
That was weird.
Super Mario 64 painting, just like
Yeah, it's a
Super Mario 64 ripples.
painting.
Dun, 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 dun. That's actually the sequence on the synthesizer.
It's just, it's so interesting.
it is
What have
very
you learned?
interesting. I know how to close it.
Oh,
I can close it.
well then. Mr. Isaac, we could close it.
Oh, that's splendid. But what about Mr. Hastings?
Yeah, I don't want to close it until he comes
fair.
out.
Why
Or
don't you send Isaac to get Mr. Sorry, I'm behind a rock.
Mr.
I should
Isaac?
stop.
Yes?
Why have you not gone to go get Mr. Hastings?
Mr. Hastings told me to wait here until he comes back. Mr. Hastings has not come back.
That's fair. But we're here now. We can wait till he comes back. Did you want to try to go find him? I'm going to take that as a no. That sounds like a no. That sounds like a you are too
He
scared.
told me to wait here.
he,
I could try.
No, you just stay here. You're a very good robot boy.
Yes, I have a good heart,
Yes,
even
you
though it is slightly mechanical.
do. Only slightly.
Slightly.
only slightly.
Predominantly.
Dominantly. It's either entirely mechanical or there's a person in there.
We open it up. It's actually just a robot suit.
I
Ins-
have had
Inside is a
I have
sentient
had
live
old
fish.
shiny
Boy.
gentlemen subroutines installed.
You are so polite.
Thank you.
Do you think I should continue to poke the portal?
Do you enjoy poking the portal?
I mean, yeah.
Then I think you should continue to do it.
Mr. Isaac, you are a terrible influence.
I never.
I love
While back.
I love that Katri knows that she probably shouldn't be doing it.
Meanwhile, back in the horror show.
meanwhile, back between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. So
Her drive, though, she's the most curious person on earth.
basically, without using
Stupid.
without using words, Tommy just holding the radio, like still switched off, like kind of shows it to Henrik, turns the volume knob all the way up, turns the tuning knob to like a popular like radio station, and just kind of points and says like, "I'm going to throw this over there. What do you think?" Like kind of like radio there, shrug.
Sure, I mime silently with a thumbs up. Sure.
So and then not knowing if this is the worst and final decision that Tommy has ever made in his life, he's going to switch it on and chuck it as far away, like maybe sort of elsewhere along the tree line, but not towards the farm. Kind of lure it away from us and at least go pursue the noise. in the
Okay.
trees.
You turn to a popular radio station, volume way up. I like to hear.
Domo origato, Mr. Roboto.
And then I just huck it as far as I can.
Huck it as far as you can. The Tyrannosaurus, which was right on the other side of the giant rock that you were hiding behind, goes lunging forward.
Let's hope it.
Yep.
Cheese it.
I think you guys know what you guys are doing. It's a move plus a body roll.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy.
2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I need 6. Thank you.
Okay, I take it back. Maybe it's a good thing that you both went.
Okay, I got a success. Phew.
Here,
Hooray.
I get 8.
Okay. All right, take as many of these as you need.
That would have only been 5 for me.
6, 7, 8. I kind of like this dice, well, because you can roll into it.
Oh, nice.
Bring this.
No, I don't like that one anymore.
I don't
Okay,
think-
I'm gonna push myself because I rolled 8 dice and none of them were a success.
And then you can switch the dice tray.
Okay, push.
So one success.
Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun,
does that mean I'm exhausted because of doing the push? Only if I failed it? All right, well, I push myself. And I'm like, I see you go, and I kind of stumble a bit. I'm like, that's a fucking T-Rex. Go! And I start running it.
Actually, I might be wrong about that.
I think when I push,
I think when you push, you have to take a thing.
That's the consequence of it, but you run the risk of getting 2 conditions if you fail.
Yeah, if you fail, yeah.
So I'll take exhausted because...
Okay, so you push yourself. The T-Rex is only distracted by the radio for a short minute. Then looks up and sees the people that threw it who are booking it in the opposite direction and chases you all the way back to the farm.
Okay, fuck. I guess we're just diving through that portal then.
But you get into the farm and you get behind the fence and you get into the and you rush back into the barn. The T-Rex lost sight of you. It knows you're in the farm somewhere in one of the buildings, but there are 5 buildings.
Okay, all right. Hey, we're back. Hi. T-Rex
Hello.
right outside.
What?
So I'm thinking if we could lure it through the portal, then we can jump back and close the portal, and it'll be trapped over there.
Hey, did I not suggest that?
Okay.
I thought that they might do that.
Good, great,
Have you figured
good.
this
I
out?
thought that he might
What
do that.
about? I have figured this out, but what about Hastings?
I mean, it's been 4 days. He's probably dead. But if we look in there and we see he's around, we'll bring him back with us.
Did you find Brian?
No, I haven't found Brian. Found a whole lot of blood, though.
Oh, no.
Look
And I
at
found his gun. I got a gun now.
it doesn't look too good for him. I'm afraid we tried to follow him as best we could, but I think
We'll be able to follow if we can get rid of that T-Rex. And if we can lure him through the portal, maybe that will be... And then we close it. And then we don't have to worry about the T-Rex anymore. And we can find Brian.
Yeah, let's...
Great.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Good. Great. Good.
Mr.
Great.
Isaac,
Good.
I'm gonna take...
Great.
I'm
Good.
Mr. Isaac, that I'm assuming that is the one that you have been trying to hide from. It may be best for you to hide again.
Beetle.
He goes in ice.
Good. If nothing else, Robot trying to
Okay.
say.
It looks like I don't have a lot of choice. Okay, lure the T-Rex through the portal. I will close it, and then I will have to find a way to reopen it again.
You should go hide with Isaac. And that way,
Okay.
when we lure it through the portal, you can come out, or you're going to be coming with us.
Here's the problem. I don't know whether or not if I close it, if I'm gonna be able to reopen it to the same time again. You might be stuck there for fucking
You
ever.
won't close it till we come back, but you'll close it before the T-Rex can follow us through.
I'm a little surprised that Isabella just dropped an F-bomb in this discussion. I'm like, whoa!
Look,
But it's a serious
Isabella-
situation.
Isabella's real.
You're real wired
She's
up right
real stressed. Okay.
You hear the T-Rex completely smashing one of the other barns.
Oh, dear.
Fortunately, he guessed wrong. But now there's only 4 buildings left.
Oh, dear.
And he knows you're in one of them.
What did you do to piss him off?
I mean, we threw a radio at him? Because we thought it would go in the other direction?
You didn't think to call for help?
Apparently he's not a fan of Mr. Roboto.
Oh. Well, can you blame him?
No, I can blame Tommy. It was his idea.
What?
Okay.
Don't
okay,
worry, Tommy. I know
okay,
he's just
okay.
being a jerk.
All right. I guess we gotta lure this thing back into the portal.
How are we doing that?
Here's
Go
my
out and shoot the
concern.
rifle into the sky.
If he runs in and he smashes the console, there's no way to close the fucking portal anymore.
What's the layout of this place, Joshua? Like, is the portal like big? It's obviously big enough for the T-Rex to run through because it came through it, right? But is he gonna like? When you're saying he's smashing the other barn, is this the whole thing just gonna wreck the tech?
Portal and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could totally destroy the tech. But as I
I
as
just don't know what the
mentioned-
layout. If there's like a bigger open like, or if the synthesizer is like right in front of the portal.
The synthesizer's on the ground. It's on the ground. Imagine a Stargate, but flat on the ground instead of.
Yeah. So.
But then it's hovering in the air above the thing.
So
right?
the T-Rex got through without smashing the tech. He'll come back without smashing the tech.
In theory.
Like a
In
cat.
theory.
In theory.
Like a big cat.
Or, like a big cat, he might bat it on the way out
Because he feels like it.
because he fucking feels like it.
Yes.
You hear him smashing another of the buildings.
Okay,
there are
we're
only
gonna-
now
Yeah,
3
yeah,
Get around the
buildings
building.
left.
Okay, we either do this or we get in the car and we drive away as fast as we can.
I think we need to get rid of him. Otherwise,
Yeah.
more children
Yeah,
are
we
going
do.
to go missing and more potentially dogs.
That's a really, really stupid idea.
What's
What's
the
stupid
idea?
Tell us. We've only
There's
got
a
two more
fucking flashback to the D&D moment and we have to make friends with the T-Rex.
You have to learn to say please.
What if it's like the demo garden? What if we just say please?
Right. I'll go out there and I'll say, please follow me this way.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then
okay.
and then I'll run towards the portal.
Yeah. And then the rest of us can hide.
A great idea. I'm gonna get his attention with the rifle by shooting, like, so he hears they explode, like the gunshot.
Okay.
So do we have a plan, like, for all 4 of us? I'm going to
Distract
move
and
and lure him into the portal. You're going to be running the computer to close the portal when I come back. Spook, what are you doing?
So that means I need to hide out wherever
Isaac.
Isaac is.
Because it's going to be something that we're probably all going to get, like, a move one after another for this, like, close to the final moment.
Yes, let me explain what's at stake here. If you guys fail to stop this portal from staying open, more dinosaurs will come through,
Yeah.
and it'll be the end of civilization
Yeah.
in this part of the world as you know it.
Yeah.
So
The
there's
plan is to close the portal, but first to lure the T-Rex through the portal and then close it behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other thing that scares me. That T-Rex is not the only threat on this island, and there are probably a whole bunch more that we don't even know about.
Which we can't do anything about right now in this
Isaac
moment.
pipes up from his corner. He says, "Yes, but only one T-Rex came through, and he's definitely the biggest of all the threats."
Gonna go back to hiding now.
Yeah,
He makes
but
a
that
good point.
pterodactyl is pretty bad.
They'll shoot him out eventually. They'll get some hunters. It's like a big eagle.
Yeah. I'm not as worried about that as I am about the T-Rex. As for me, I either
Smash, another building gets destroyed.
I hide or
there
I
are 2
join you
buildings
with.
left. You are in one of them.
Perhaps I also run into the portal as well
Okay.
as distraction.
All right.
Or maybe I don't run into the portal, I just run around it. I do not
We're
know.
running out of time. Tommy, what are you gonna do?
maybe Tommy will get the.
Do you want to help Isabella with the machinery?
I think so. I think that makes the most sense.
All right.
I could do that.
Yeah,
not.
we'll stay here.
You guys go ahead with
Guys,
Isaac.
Isaac says,
Oh, I guess we don't
Isaac
need to distract
points.
him.
Oh no.
Points out into the the distance.
So at this point now, I'm just going, "Hey, you!"
Isaac
hey.
points into the distance, and you turn around, and you see in the big hole,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
big T-Rex sized hole, the T-Rex's head is kind of like poked in to the building, just like cocked to the side.
Hey, Mr. T-Rex, would you please go back into the portal?
He's like, oh, yeah, sure, okay.
I'm attempting my check against the Demogorgon. I'm going to take that as a maybe.
As a maybe. We'll pencil you in.
I'm just gonna give you all the scared condition,
That makes perfect sense. That is terrifying.
and now you are in what's called the final showdown. Yeah, the final showdown. There's 4 players, so you guys need four players. Let's see. There's 4 players, so you guys are gonna need 8 successes total between the bunch of you to do what you want to do here. What's at stake is if this T-Rex is not somehow dealt with, it will bring devastation down on the rest of this island. If the portal is not closed, more dinosaurs will come through, and if you aren't on this side of the portal when it's closed,
You
Bye.
live in the past now.
you live in the past now. And other things.
all
There's
kinds of, messing with the space-time continuum.
But you know.
So the biggest.
But mechanically, you need 8 successes.
So we want to
Okay.
lure the T-Rex. So through the portal. When we're on the other side, we want to see if there's any signs of the good doctor or also of Brian. And we want to come back
all of 30 seconds.
through the portal. We want to close the portal. We want to destroy the portal. So it can't be reopened because this is kind of dangerous.
Very.
We have
Yeah,
to do
fuck
all
that.
these things.
All right, you're
We
going
need
to be
8
bait.
successes
Is
in a
that
row.
correct?
I mean, I guess so. I'm taking -2 on all my rolls, so I want to just be using my force and move as much as I can.
Okay, you're bait, so you're definitely using body and move, and you can use your super gun for +3 bonus. Your rifle gun.
The actual gun,
The actual
not the gun show.
To make sure that he pays more attention to you than to anyone else.
Yep.
What are you doing, brother?
I think I'm gonna.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Brother, the loops. Please
I'm
give me the
gonna
loops.
I'm gonna zip over to Isabella and just basically help with anything that she needs help with while staying within sort of a eye range of the portal, making sure we don't slam it shut on anybody.
All right. Well,
Which-
Mr. I'm just sort of along for the ride. You just became the de facto leader. You can make a lead check.
Whoa.
Noise.
Create a dice pool
Sorry?
for everyone else. You can create a dice pool for everyone else.
Heart plus lead if you have any.
It's heart plus lead.
Lead is
2 on heart then.
yeah. No, not for
And
me.
you've got 1 luck.
You
Well,
have
a
1
that you
luck,
never use.
No one luck. Yeah, that's true. I never use my
which
luck.
means you re-roll both of those dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
There's
we have a
one,
success.
One
You're a
success.
lucky
Which generates 2 dice for people to pull.
There we go.
Uh,
Let's put those in the center.
What are you trying to do, Natalie?
So Katri actually has she thinks it's genius. It's probably terrible. So she's going to run just like Ice Boy is going to, but then she's going to just go around behind the portal and hide there.
Okay. So she is also trying to be bait.
Kind of, yeah.
Double bait.
But instead of using
sneaky bait.
move and body, you're using sneak.
Aye.
Sneak and
Ice
body.
man. Not ice boy.
And I'm guessing you're doing something with program.
I am.
You're trying to close the portal.
You're the brains of the operation.
Yeah, so I basically have to coordinate the proper closure of the portal.
Cool. We'll come back to you at the very end then. Let's
All right.
see.
Question.
Okay.
Does my iconic item, the computer, come into play at any point?
Is it your friend computer?
We'll say yes.
See, this-
Your
this-
knowledge of computers is the reason that
Mm.
you're so good at this.
All right.
So we'll say yes.
Okay.
Natalie, you want to make your hide check first to see if you
Sure.
lure the thing into the portal?
Sure. So I am 7, but -1 is 6.
Yeah.
I don't like rolling all of them at once.
Oh.
2 successes so far.
Very nice.
2 successes total.
Okay, well, you see, first of all, the jock Iceman jumps through the portal.
Bye.
Well, that was quick.
That was quick. He jumps through the portal. And second of all, you also run towards the portal, catching the dinosaur's attention, but you hide behind it, and your sneak is successful. So he doesn't spot that you went behind it. He thought you went through it.
Also, I made 2
He-
successes.
Yeah, you did. So you get a bonus.
I
You
did.
get to
Sneak bonus?
find something unexpected, or
So
give
going
one
through the
success
portal
to another
is
kid.
like just jumping through a window?
Let's give one success to another kid. It's like jumping through a window. Yes, it's like jumping through a Mario World painting, Mario 64 painting. So you give one success to another kid. The one
Yes.
success you're going to give is you give one success to Ice Boy.
It makes
Sorry.
that pretty jingle sound when you jump
Mhm.
through.
And I still get +3 when I use the rifle?
That is correct.
Yeah, I'm going to use that.
Yes.
So you are on the other side. You are in prehistoric late Cretaceous Earth.
Oh, it's hot out here.
It is hot. And
I'm in my winter gear.
I am somewhat jealous, but I knew Sneak was going to
You're
be
in your
way
winter
better.
gear. You are sweating. You are. You're
I
in
should
the
have
middle
taken
of
my
the savannah,
coat off before I jumped through this
And
portal.
there's a large T-Rex that is chasing after you through that portal in a second.
Okay, that's
Uh,
fun. This is like hockey. I'm being chased down. I'm going to deke
Yep.
it out, and I'm going to turn around. And I'm going to double back.
Yeah, there is also a pathway.
And I'm used to also sweating it out in heavy pads. I'll be fine.
There's a pathway leading through the trees.
Yeah.
Away from the portal.
Yeah.
On this side of the portal. that leads to a small clearing where you see a treehouse built
Damn it. Okay, I'm all alone, but I can't
with
exactly
a
go
rope
back
ladder
and
going up to the treehouse.
tell them that I'm going. Can I still see through the portal? The T-Rex is coming. There's no time.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have to cheese it. Sorry, guys. I was gonna yell back. I'm going to the treehouse.
Are you going to the treehouse?
Yeah,
Okay, he's going to the treehouse.
Brian and
Alright.
the doctor could be there. I'm gonna book it,
Oh, I forgot something critically important.
but I want to make sure I'm still like getting.
I forgot
T-Rex
something
attention.
critically important. You'll have to edit this back in
I need the
earlier.
T-Rex to come through. Okay.
This is critically important. The first time you spotted the T-Rex, when its head poked through the hole in the barn wall,
Yeah.
you also notice that on one of its teeth, hanging from one of its teeth, is the tied shoelaces of a pair of skates just hanging.
Oh no! Okay, well,
Brian's
how about
dead.
it's
Rip.
more now as he's coming through into the light of the barn, coming in towards the portal. We see.
Yeah, you see that he's got a pair of skates hanging off of the tooth on his lower jaw.
It's okay. We got a time machine. We can go back and save Brian.
Unless we destroy the time machine because holy shit, it's a time machine and it's fucking our shit up.
Poor Brian. Rest in peace, Brian. I guess I'm going to the ski. Ski. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go to.
You're winning at the end of the day on this one, as long as you survive.
I'm running to the treehouse then,
Okay.
at least.
You got to make.
Oh, I'm going to shoot my rifle to get whoever's attention it is too, so they can hear the gunshot.
Okay. Make a move plus body check.
So I got 2 shots in there, right?
You used one earlier to draw the attention of the.
I said I was going to, but then
but
everything
you
just
never
kind of
did.
happened
So
really
you got
quickly.
2 shots, sure.
1, 2.
You just firing one off right now to let whoever whoever is in the house know that you're coming.
3. Yeah, as I'm like running towards it because I'm a stupid kid. So, I'm running towards the treehouse, and as I'm doing that, I kind of like
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Okay. That's 1 success.
All right, you make it to the treehouse, and as you are climbing.
Oh
up
wait,
the-
shit! I'm gonna have to roll that again. -2 dice.
Yeah, roll that again.
Because of my
Holy
conditions.
crap.
Cheater.
Because I'm exhausted and scared. I still get a success.
Cool. You make it to the treehouse, and as you are climbing up the rope ladder to the treehouse, the T-Rex comes through the portal into the past.
Okay, cool. He's back here now. Hello? Is anybody home? Time to go back.
You get up into the top of the treehouse,
Yep.
and you look across, and like it's a mess of a room, but like there's like scattered papers and equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and on the bed is a scientist, or at least you can tell. You think he's a scientist because he's got.
He's in the white scientist.
He's in the white
jacket.
scientist lab jacket, but he looks very green, and he's like sweating and clammy, and he's like delirious. He's like, "Oh, who's there? What's going on?"
All right, over my shoulders. Off we go.
All right. You put him over your shoulders, and you go to climb back down the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when a pterodactyl starts like biting at.
I want to shoot at the pterodactyl to scare him away.
Okay, to scare him or to kill
Well, I mean, I'm
him?
aiming for
Okay.
him, but I'm assuming I'm gonna
Make-
miss him because I've never shot at a bird before.
I see. Make a. What would this be?
I don't know. It's just not really something built for the game.
Body
No.
force.
Probably another force.
Oh no.
Sure.
Okay, plus the 3 for the rifle,
Yeah.
minus the 2 for my thing. So I'm
Yeah.
rolling 9.
That's still pretty
It's
good.
still really good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 successes.
Yay.
Cool.
So I do, as a bonus for the force, I get to intimidate or frighten.
So you frighten the pterodactyl away.
Get the hell out of here! I'm having a day!
You climb down the ladder. Meanwhile, back in the past, the 3 of you are like, "What's taking him so long?" The T-Rex ran through,
Yeah.
but he didn't come right back out.
Yeah, and he's too far away for us to see what's
Because
happening.
everything is
Yeah.
to the left
Yeah.
of the portal,
Oh,
it's out of
no.
the line of sight.
Yeah.
So I'm just like nervously watching the portal, like, come on. You should be back by now. No. Darn it, I'm getting the car, aren't I? Yeah, how far away is the car?
You driving it through the portal?
Might have to. If nothing happens in the next turn.
Yes, do it.
But
Car's out in the yard.
it's out in the
It
yard.
pointed right at the portal. We had it
Yes.
set with the headlights
Oh,
pointed through the door.
This is the best possible outcome.
I see 0 issues. I have to let you jump in the car.
Yeah, if anyone wants
You getting in that car and driving it through the portal, looking for your brother?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm just gonna.
You get +2 whenever you roll.
Oh, I
the
guess-
car
yeah,
because
I
you did
guess
such a
anything
good
I do with
job
the car.
building
I
it.
can honk the horn. It's like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
You come flying out of the portal on the other end, landing into the prehistoric landscape of this
Also, if anyone did want to come
Tropical-
with me, you're welcome.
tropical
I mean, I can't.
I
planet.
kind of low-key want to.
Okay,
I
Ghost is in the
Okay.
passenger seat.
I totally joined for this.
Okay, like I'm like clutching your hand as we fly through this the time.
And as you arrive in the prehistoric landscape, you look and you see down a trail. You see your brother running towards the car with firemen carrying a man in a lab coat over his shoulder, and behind him.
Oh dear.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
You're gonna need to make a check,
Yeah, you get a check. You
and
get a
you're
check.
gonna need
You
to
get
make a check, and you're gonna need to make a check
To make sure that I'm ready
make
when they burst
to make
the
sure
fuck
that you're
back out.
closing it before the T-Rex gets out.
All right.
You're making a check to get to the car.
Mhm.
You're making a check to
To fucking
you know,
punch
let's
it
make
when I
everyone
get
is
in.
going to make a check. Here's what's going to happen. Justin, Henrik, you're making a move plus body check for sure. Who's driving?
Oh no, Bear is driving. How could this be?
I am reaching those pedals.
You're drawing.
Tommy,
Yeah, I
no, hang
know.
on. She's got something to do too. Everyone's doing something important. Tommy, you've got to make a
Handbrake turn.
you've got to make a handbrake turn basically and turn that thing around and get it back through the thing once he's on the car. That's going to be a tinker plus tech check, and you get your
Okay.
+2 bonus for using the car.
Sweet. So that's a hot 10.
Okay.
9. I'm scared.
Natalie,
You gotta pop the trunk.
Psychot, you're the one that's popping the door open at
about-
the right
That
moment.
makes sense.
What about the
And-
trunk of the car instead? I can just jump in the back.
You're the one that's popping the back door of the
Yeah.
car open at the right moment and helping him
Yeah.
Yeah.
and his passenger
Yeah.
get into the car
Yeah.
safely, and then shutting the door at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're going to make, I want to say this is going to be an empathize plus mind check.
Sorry, that's my best.
Yeah.
Why not? Empathize
8.
plus mind
Minus
check
1 is 7.
Take
but
it.
still
Yeah.
to see if you can time this correctly to get him in, so that you can waste as little time stopping as possible before he turns around and goes back through that hole.
So first you need my
Cool.
move check. Or my-
First, I need your move check. Then I'm going to need her empathize check. Then I'm going to need your tinker check. And last but not least, I will need a program check from the person who's shutting the portal once you guys drive back through.
All
All
right.
Ugh.
This is epic.
We're
Like,
gonna
if
make
you've got
it.
some epic finale music, Justin, to overlay over this in
Sure.
post.
I started playing 30 minutes ago.
Fair
Are you
enough.
kidding?
Fair enough.
Yup.
Let's go.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's go.
One success.
All right.
Hooray!
Oh god, I'm running. I'm running.
Okay.
He's right behind me.
Yeah.
Just 1.
One.
Oh.
You open the door, and he.
I am scared and exhausted. Get us home.
He's half unloading the body. You're half pulling the body
Floor
in.
it.
Mr. Hastings in the car now.
You're not
please.
even fully in the car yet as you're closing the door, and he's already turning around.
Right, yeah, I'm just fist
The
sailing it.
T-Rex is right behind you.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Go.
Like
Must go
it is
faster.
just this close. Like
Gotta go
like
fast.
Oh, push it. Push it. You take
Check.
the condition.
yeah.
the
pushing
car.
it.
The car is like.
It's clutching its standard transmission. I've never driven a car.
Is pushing a complete reroll or?
Yeah, it's a complete reroll.
But
You
you're-
you are definitely getting
But it's one
a
minus
condition, so
die.
it's -1 die.
Oh, for sure.
Upset.
I'm
upset?
deeply upset.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The car isn't starting. The T-Rex is right there.
Roll them all
Come
at
on,
once
come on,
and
Tommy. We
The
have
tires are spinning in the dirt.
I got one success. I just gun it. Like primordial mud is flying everywhere.
That
Spraying
T-Rex
on the
Fucking
T-Rex.
right
tears
on your tail. You're
streaming down your
driving as
face.
fast as you can. The T-Rex is like right behind you. The portal's getting closer and closer. You're going. Can't this thing go any faster? No, it can't go any faster.
It's an old lady's Buick.
It's an old-
I did everything I could.
And we're just in the back. I'm just screaming at this point. Ah!
The car comes screeching through the portal, flying
You just hear
right over your head. The
Isabella.
Isabella, flying right over your head. The T-Rex is hot on their tail. It's going to come back through this portal in a fraction of a second. Can you play the 6 musical notes?
Holy shit, that was
ever?
3 fucking successes!
Whoa.
Not only does she play the tune, but she does it in syncopation.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like, it's legit a good
Has,
It's
a
like,
harmon-
it's fucking symphonic.
You press the last code in, and the portal starts to shut, and the T-Rex's head comes right through the portal.
Oh no!
Just as it shuts, and the T-Rex's head is severed, and and it's like that scene from the opening of Thor Ragnarok, which is an amazing movie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, when the dragon
When
gonna
the
be
when
on
the
the-
dragon
yeah.
thing comes through, and all the blood and guts get cover all the
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, that's what happens.
I'm going to recover.
Oh.
I'm going to recover the skates that were hanging out of his teeth.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
damn,
dude!
Damn right you are.
That's also kind of sad, though.
It really is.
So I'm going to go with Brian was there.
Mr.
Mr. Isaac, we made
Mr.
it.
Hastings pukes in your lap.
I mean, whatever.
Right. We're alive. Who fucking
You're
cares?
alive.
I just start
You're
laughing.
back.
I just start laughing at the
I-
puke. But also, we,
There's
Mr.
one
Isaac,
last
we need
thing.
to call an ambulance.
I crawl out of the window. Mr. Isaac, we found him. We found Mr. Hastings.
There's you did. Happy day, happy day. There's one last thing you need to do. And Mr. Sack seconds this.
Call an
I think before Mr. Hastings recovers, and please don't tell him I said this, we need to destroy this time machine
Oh,
before he ever thinks to use
yes.
it again.
Please.
I want to take
You
my
want-
hockey stick
you
and
wanna
just
do
bash
the
it
honors?
to pieces.
Do it. Isabella just like looks to Henrik
Force
and
plus
like
body
gives
plus
a gives a
Yeah.
nod.
Do you think I should say please first?
Yes.
Just going back to that fucking D&D game. I
Isabella just shakes her head and like laughs.
I just
Smash it.
Smash
Just
it.
go to town on it.
Smash that.
No, you got to
fucker.
make a force plus body plus your 2 dice for hockey stick roll though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Then we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get 2
Oh, wow.
successes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I pummel
You
it.
smash the time machine, you save the day.
It's almost as if it's in slow motion.
We go out and
Smash it.
find the radio we used out in the field, and I call up the one person I know we can trust who could get here in a bus. It's my coach. Call the coach to come pick us up and get the doctor to a hospital and drive us back home.
I have not left the front seat of his car.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I guess we can time lapse this bit with
Time
like,
lapse.
getting us home.
4 days later, let's go around the table really quickly and tell you what happened 4 days later. You've all told the story of the dinosaurs and the time machine and the crazy happenings. Nobody believes you.
What about Riga? What about the doctor? Like we had adults. on our
Riga's
sides.
a crazy old lady from the boonies, man. Dr. Hastings doesn't want anyone to know about his crazy experiments.
What about Brian? He's out there somewhere.
Brian is dead.
I think
man.
Brian's pretty dead.
dead
What
ass.
but what about the dogs? What about Goldie?
Goldie, you recovered, and you all get the reward.
Yay. Oh,
We did it.
And I for
50
sure bring
kronos.
back Riga's car.
We did it,
Of course, of
Henrik.
course.
We
With
got
my
the
apologies for
reward.
dinner.
You
I'll
got the
fix it.
reward. You get the 50 kronos. They thank you profusely.
Somewhere inside of that car is some bacteria from 25 million years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They thank you.
It's
They
getting-
thank
it's
you
getting Sound of
profusely.
Thunder in this bitch.
You try to tell the story of what happened, but you get labeled as crazy kids with overactive
I'm
imaginations.
used to that one though. I'm used to that label. You get used to that for a while.
a few,
Yeah.
days pass, and
That's good to know.
things in town seem to go more or less back to normal. The attacks of the dinosaurs get relegated to bear attacks in the news. That the
We should have brought the T-Rex head on the hood of that car
We
back
really
into
should.
town.
some of you you want to go back out there to look for the T-Rex head, but somehow you suspect that it's not there. Then someone wiped up.
It's been disappeared.
Somebody cleaned
Yeah.
up the mess. Your parents are very upset that you disappeared for 2 days straight, but they're glad you came home. So they instead
We have an alibi. We were at a movie night.
Yeah, you were at a movie
Yeah.
night. Whatever. It's all good. You were staying at the Montanans
Yeah.
for a few days.
They're in Wabsy.
And all you guys were heroes, but the rest of the town wasn't any the wiser.
What happens to the doctor after we drop him off at the hospital? We just never see him again.
You just never hear from him again.
We go to visit him at the hospital, and
You go to
he's not
visit him
there.
at the
There's
hospital.
no record he was
There's
ever
no
there.
record he was ever there. But let's see some good things. First of all,
X-Files shit right
you
here.
You guys saved the dog. You guys got the Chronos.
Yeah.
Henrik, you get selected as the replacement team captain.
Yeah, that sucks.
And you're the one that gets to go to compete in the
I wasn't good enough, and I know that. And
the
Brian's
the
not
ski
around.
Olympic Games.
That's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
at
You
least
finally
until the next
fixed your
mystery.
computer. You finally fixed your computer.
Yeah, with the 50 Chronos, you've got a little bit of money to put in for
you
some
buy
computer parts.
you buy a few new
Nice.
parts, and your computer's actually even better. You use it to start up a website. Not that there
or a
is
bulletin board.
a bulletin board.
Alt dot it was real dot
was real,
dinos
that-
dot actually happened dot.
conspiracy dot. Yeah. Natalie's character Katri starts a comic book in which you tell the truth, but people think it's fiction.
It's just like a high school Zine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Basically a
these
nice
all these drawings.
Yeah.
And Tommy, you
What do you do with the money?
what do you do with the money?
I just squirrel it away. I have a feeling that the way things are going around the house and the farm, we're gonna need it someday. Because I'm low key still very worried about my dad, and I got to forget about that for 2 days. But
That's
once
true.
I get home,
That's
We're the
true.
most responsible out of us all.
You know what? With the extra money, you
It's
were
the reason
able,
I can be
with the
such a
extra money you were
jackass.
able to pull in, though. You share some with your parents, maybe not all of it, but most of it, and it turns out to be a very Merry Christmas after all.
Hey.
They say, well, this is enough money to this is enough money that we can afford to take some time off around the farm. We can actually we don't need to do things. You can.
Well, it's interesting. We've been saying we have a farm, but our dad also works for Loop Security, so maybe he's having to take
That's
this
right,
job
he's-
because of the money shortfall.
Yeah, now
and he's
now
having
maybe
to work
there's
like 2 jobs and a fucking farm.
now he can take some time off of the he was working 2 jobs. He was working at the
Yeah.
Loop and a farm, so now he can take some time
I
off
never
from the
made that
Loop.
connection.
He,
That's how much Heinrich is in his own fucking.
he can take some time off, some much deserved time off to relax and
Wholesome.
fix up his farm and
Yeah.
also heal himself from being sick. It's good.
Yeah.
It's all good things, except nobody's gonna believe you. But you know who does believe you? Silverwolf from the Conspiracy Radio Channel.
Nice.
Spreads your story on his radio dramas.
The voice of the Loop, the
Voice
cry
of
of the
the
wolf.
Yep.
And it helps my comics sell.
So this has been a mystery from the Tales of the Loop, from the Loop. I've been the Game Master, Joshua Barbo of Chaotic Rogue Entertainment. Please do join us, listeners. If you are one of our Patreon listeners, listen to the debrief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's available today.
It's available today.
It always goes out 1 hour
Uh,
after the episode gets published.
We're very excited to share some of our thoughts on this very interesting and new and fun game. So, like I said, my name's Joshua Barbo, and around the table to my left, your right.
Cassidy 20 Love Chew, playing Isabella, the computer geek.
Natalie Wallace, Chaotic Rogue of Chaotic Rogue Entertainment, playing Katri, also known as Psychot, also known as Ghost, also known as, I don't know, I had some other nicknames there.
Spook.
The Weirdo!
Spook.
Yes, Spook. I am
Little
the
spook.
Weirdo.
I'm John Blair playing Tommy, and his type, by the way, in this game is known as the Hick, which I don't think I mentioned. So there you go. He's the Hick.
Here's the farm boy. And I'm just Nikok playing Henrik Iceman, the jock and brother to the Hick. I kind of really like this dynamic. I'm looking forward to breaking it down in the debrief. I think we're going to have a whole lot of things to share. We really did get invested in our characters and their backstories, which was really a sign of a game that's really worth playing. And we couldn't have played this game this way with the DM shield and the rule book and the art book and everything, the dice that we were given. So a very special thank you to Brendan at Comics and Gaming Magazine.
Thanks,
Who
Brendan.
sent
Brendan.
this copy their way. And I'm hoping, we haven't exactly confirmed at the time of this recording, but by the time you're listening to it, I'm almost certain we will have been sitting down with people who, or at least one person in particular, who've made this game. And we're going to be interviewing them about this game. We were waiting until after we're done recording. So
Very
stay
exciting.
tuned to Twitter at Dice Warriors to find out about when that interview will be coming out. I'm hoping in 2 days. And thank you for spending time with us in these tales from these loops. This has been a really interesting game. You can vote for us to return to it if you're a Patreon supporter. There's a poll available right now. It's available to the end of September, so you only have a few days now to finish in your tally. And if not, we've got 3 other games that you can choose from. You get to choose the games we're going to be playing through this year. And next week on the Terrible Warriors, it's October, so we're going to play something a little dark, a little spooky, a little horrific. We will be playing the very troubling Bluebeard's Bride. And it's going to be an interesting lesson for all of the sisters who join us at the table. So join us next week for that particular game. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Give us a review somewhere on iTunes. Let other people know that we're here. And we will see you next time on the Terrible Warriors. Be good to each other.
Bye. Brother, please, may I have some loops?
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes out every Tuesday, and with the end of this campaign, Patreon supporters can head over to terriblewarriors.com/Patreon right now to listen to the debrief episode. We stuck around for an extra half an hour after the end of this game to talk about what we liked and what we didn't. What were some of the really interesting parts that caught our attention, and what did we like about this system? We really break it down for you in the debrief. If you're a supporter at the $5 or higher level, that's it. That's all it costs. Tales in the Loop is published by Free League Games. And next episode, we're going to be talking to Thomas Herenstam, the director at Free League Games, the director behind Tales from the Loop. He's also worked on Mutant Year Zero, and yeah, you're going to want to listen to this conversation and hear about what it was like to take the artwork of Tales from the Loop and make it reality. They've also got a Kickstarter happening right now. Tales in the Loop is not where this story ends. They've got a sequel, Things from the Flood. It's in the 1990s that never was. The kids are a little bit older, and they can die now. So if you like Tales from the Loop, but you want to get something a little more grittier, a little more monstrous, go look up Things from the Flood on Kickstarter and send them a little love. Let them know that Terrible Warriors sent you. Next month on the Terrible Warriors, we have a brand new campaign for you. An entirely new story. From Magpie Games, the feminine horror, Bluebeard's Bride. Today's Terrible Warriors, your kids who solved a mystery and saved everyone. Wow. They were Game Master Joshua Barbo and players Natalie Wallace, Justin Eacock, Cassie Chu, and special guest John Blair. We'll see you next time, right here on the Terrible Warriors.